Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another game of the League of Legends. Today we are playing mid Ekko, and it says get crystalline flask, and I know that's a very good suggestion because I've worked without it, and it's really hard, but I'm gonna try this for once, just because I really like going with this item. It gives me a bit extra HP and AP, and I find that, you know, having that little bit of AP is good for me because I love to poke out my opponents with my Q, which is not really too easy because the poke isn't amazing. And I wonder if Sejuani wants to go into the game and just start taking them out. I won't mind. I don't mind none. If we can go get somebody for this, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Come on, I'm here. Yeah, she's probably dead if I whisk my flash. I got rid of my ignite. I probably could have flashed for that. Okay, yeah, I'm sticking down here a bit too long. Let's go farm some. So we should probably be able to get out of here and go back to lane. Almost first blood. So we got the Ashes flash, we got my ignite, we got, I think, our Nidalee's exhaust. So I'm just gonna give a Q here, gonna be all nice and stuff while we go over the teams. I forgot to do that. Mid Ekko, top Garen, ADC Ash, support Nidalee, and jungle Sejuani. They have mid Viger, jungle Shaco, Irelia, top lane, and support Alistar and ADC Quinn. Those don't make for the best combination simply because they really are lacking someone like a centralized tank, so they're not going to be super powerful or anything in terms of having someone to be a front line for them. No, I want that. No. And now he's going to try to Q me. It's pretty cool now that they made his Q a skill shot, so it might be a bit easier to not get killed, completely destroyed by it, and give him all those stacks on his Q, since if you guys do know, his Q happens to go ahead and give him quite a bit of extra AP if he kills a unit with it. Okay, so that's gonna go, and farming with him is pretty simple, I'd say. You just gotta attack. But as you guys see here, we're definitely taking a bit of a pummeling, so we're gonna have to stay back for a bit. Viger is a mage, but he's very good against other mages because, as we all, if you guys know his ultimate, it's pretty much a pain in the buns for everybody involved, except Viger, because it just gives you an incredible amount of power. Okay, and I missed the cannon mignon, sadly enough. That should be able to take him out with an auto attack, but he's fairly squishy, so I don't kind of like fear too much for our sanity. Gonna take that guy out. I don't think I'll be able to take that guy out. Okay, maybe, no. I was thinking maybe if, you know, the main didn't take him out. And the thing is, I start a pretty aggressive start, and that includes not getting any wards, so you always gotta be a little bit careful when you start something like that. So let's see, I should be able to take out this guy, take out this guy, and take out this guy. Let's see if I can't. Nope. Not gonna do anything. Gonna miss that, but now I can activate my mana potion because I'm definitely gonna need it. The thing is, if I were to use my Q less, I'd probably be able to sustain relatively well, but I'm really like a Q maniac, I guess. I just love using my Q a lot to farm, which is probably poorly planned on my part considering how much mana it consumes. It consumes 70 mana. It's very okay, if I do survive this, you know, that's great. The thing with Shaco is, yeah, even if I probably because I didn't have a ward, that was probably worse, but you know, he does have his invisible jump, so it was inevitable that he would try to kill me. I'd be good at Irelia. First I'm letting you know, apparently Irelia counters Garen, which, if you think about it, is probably correct. I'm just gonna get boots and get some potions, and of course everything else that I need to survive a lane. I'm gonna say Viger's gone even though he just backed. Just let my team know, because Irelia has a stun, and she's really good against enemies who have higher health than she does, because her E allows them to stun her, while Garen is good against enemies with lower health than they are. So it's typically, I don't know. I guess you'll have to see. Okay, so Shaco might come and get the Nidalee. So I mean, I'm thinking relatively safe. It should be a goal of ours to try to save her, but I don't think we'd be able to get there in time, sadly enough. And that missed. But I mean, I don't know. I just got really low, so that's no brainer. But that's why I bought like so many potions. And he was seen more towards the bottom lane. So I'm gonna put a ward there. Sadly, I don't know if that would be enough to stop him. Though somehow I am out farming the Vanguard. Somehow. And if I don't get hit by that, that's good. So I'm supposed to use my E relatively. Okay, so this is probably not going to allow us to catch him. He's going to come to our jungle though, so if Sejuani does come, he's probably going to try to flash over if Sejuani doesn't come. Yep, that's kind of what I thought. I was hoping she wouldn't do that simply because that was kind of obvious what he was trying to do. He was baiting out the Sejuani a bit, trying to get her to jump over so he could safely flash over. But you know, I'm not going to blame her. That was something I might have done myself. Gonna pop another, you know, potion. Need that mana sustain. So yeah, this isn't always the best thing to do, and I totally don't recommend it, considering how, especially against someone like Veigar, who it should definitely be a difficult lane for someone like Ekko, especially when I don't get correct item building. So it seems like Sejuani is signaling that the Scuttle Crab is AFK, no? MIA. But I don't know. With my ultimate, I should definitely be a lot safer. Especially if I can plan it ahead. Perhaps do something really, really clever with it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that clever, guys. So let's see. Gonna not dodge that because, you know, again, we're not very clever. Oh, what? I meant to shoot it all the way over there to get this guy. So, I mean, if we can kind of lure him out a bit, that would be great. He's not here right now. And it seems like Alistar's going up to the bot lane. And he's gotten level 6, so he does have his ultimate. But, you know, I do, in terms, also have a really good point on my side. Meaning, he has no mana base, pretty much. So, let's see. This hasn't been a spectacular showing of my prowess as Ekko, but if you guys look at that, you saw like he was just jumping and kind of recalling, meaning he of course was trying to bait us. I'm kind of just gonna spin here, hopefully having my clone out a bit further, so maybe if I ult I can quickly do a quick ult and get into the middle of the lane, maybe get somewhere further out. Like he's definitely like really low on mana, so I don't know why he's kind of sticking around or anything, but you know, if you look at him, he does have some potions, so he's probably confident that if he does take a lot of damage, he'll be able to heal it back up, even if he doesn't have his mana. And I'm definitely a little annoyed for the Shaco, but, you know, there's not much I can really do about that, unless I really try to go out of my way to get some pink wards, which, at this point, I'm kind of just going to farm a bit. Come on! Okay, so if I do kind of back, I'm going to go back, maybe upgrade my boots. My booties? No. I'm just gonna get a pink ward. I could ult back actually, which I was thinking about doing, but nah. I'm gonna go get a blasting wand and a ward and miscellaneous potions, I guess. And it seems like Veigar is also backing. And bot lane's getting a little bit wrecked, so I definitely should try to help him. Why'd you try to go against take? So one of you, yeah. So they're kind of fighting. So let's hopefully not stop our team from fighting. Stop them. I said not, then like stop them from fighting. So hopefully, you know, we can. So I should be able to take them out. Yep, that's good. Let's see if I can take out the Alistar. Yep, I got both kills. That probably wasn't the best, but I did think that gave me a good boost to my swag stats. Okay, I didn't get a chance to E, but now I should be able to. And yep, I had an ult to kind of survive, but in the end it was pretty well worth it because I did survive and our team got the kill. And I think I took a lot of damage there, so I'm guessing the Viger also did an ult. So it's not super like, oh, one-sided that I used my ult, I also used his ult, and we did get quite a few kills in that recent time, so it should be fine. The one thing I'm worried about is Shaco. I mean, I don't think they could defend mid lane super quickly. Like, bot lane died recently. So let's see. Yeah, this should be 100% okay. Shouldn't have to worry too much. Gonna wait for my Q, then take him out, take out the rest of the minions here, and in relativity I just do. Yeah, they couldn't really get me there because Shaco knew where my barrier was, because they can see my barrier, they just can't see where it's coming from or how long it's gonna take there. Keep talking shit, I'll feed. Okay, so Ash is being really toxic. I'm gonna put a ward here because it's gonna be less likely for them to come and find it, and it'll give me good vision of the Shaco if he comes by. Okay, that was pretty bad. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, so I missed quite a bit of farm there, but I'm still ahead of the Viger. I could say he's BRB, but I just saw him again, and she's going after the Shaco. So I don't know. Maybe we can catch him. I have no idea. I'm just gonna try to be somewhat relatively safe. I mean, I feel like with our team, we could definitely do quite a bit here. Yeah, so they're pretty much dead. Spam my all guys. No, the stun lasted a bit too long, sadly. And it seems like for the most part our team is going to get out. I died, but we did get 2 kills, so it's pretty much worth it. I don't think anyone else on our team is gonna just die in the next few seconds, so good job, team. At least I'm nice. Yeah, nice doesn't win games. Okay, so I don't know, they're just kind of all infighting. I don't know. I could actually go ahead and... Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have gotten the blasting wand, considering you're supposed to get... I've been told you're supposed to get Luden's Ekko first. But at this point, I really don't care. I'm gonna just roll with it. Gonna get the spell pen boots. At this point, I mean, right now I'm just doing whatever. Have no idea what I'm doing. But at least I have my ult. Still, so let's see. 9-4, we're still pretty much winning. We've taken top turret, and we've just taken bot turrets on our side is taking more damage than theirs, but they and pretty much mid on both sides are relatively similar in health, so I'm not too worried there. So let's see if we can just go ahead and take out this minion wave. Wait for this, get the last hit. I'm gonna signal that Viger's MIA because technically we don't know where he is at the moment. There he is. Let's see, that's not gonna hit him, and it's not going to hit many minions, so that was a little bit of a waste of mana. But at this point, my mana is going to get a bit better, but technically if I don't buy any mana, I'm just probably not going to get stellar, I guess you might say. Come on. Nope, I missed that just barely. So let's see if I can't get these guys. Get this guy. Gonna hop over here. Make sure 100% that I'm not going to get railed by that stun. Don't really want that at all. So I had to miss a minion for that. Let's see. It seems like bot lane could use a bit of help. Or at least I could get a cheesy kill on the coin. I don't know. Okay, I might have to flash over if I want anything here. So I kind of had a good plan there. I waited for her to get a bit closer, and then I used my ult so I can kind of jump back at her. And I guess Ash was trying to arrow her, which isn't such a bad idea, but you know, she was dead. I can't. So apparently we did gank pretty well. That we did get a kill. We had to kind of give up a lot for it, so I don't know how worth it was, especially since we were ahead. But you know, I had fun, and it seems like our team did a good job top. Good job. Garrett, good job, team. See, even at turret I can't do anything. Gank, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. It's kind of out of context. So I'm going to start building towards the Luden's Ekko. I mean, all I did was pretty much get a little bit of extra damage at the beginning. So it's not too much of a difference. Ollie's just too tanky. Yep, he's actually really a pain if he gets way too tanky. So we gotta watch out for that. Garen hasn't died yet, and neither has Sejuani, so that's pretty good. Ashe is not getting any kills at all. And I don't know, I think they just put some kind of ward down, so I'm going to stay a little bit back, just to kind of get a little bit of a surprise on them. I don't know, Ollie, they're fighting Ollie. I mean, if they do bring in other people, I'm definitely going to come in, but I don't know if they need me just yet, and I want to be a little bit of a surprise, I guess you might say. I don't have my ultimate, so that would be nice to wait for 2. So I'm just going to go give a general area sweep. Yeah, they have a ward down here, so they definitely know we're here. That's something I am definitely a bit worried about. So hopefully, you know, I'm going to put a little bit of a thing here just so we can have some vision. Shaco took that out. And oh, I got some kills there. I'm actually doing amazing somehow. And I didn't get that, but I'd say Sejuani probably should not chase the enemy team. So we lost 1 so far, but we did kind of ace their teammates minus Irelia. I don't know where she is. So good job, team. They took Dragon, which is a little bit of a bummer, considering that first Dragon buff is probably one of the best, especially early game. But in the end, you know, it's not super important. As long as you can push down turrets and kind of, we took the whole team down. So I mean, in general, it was just better for us. So let's see. Yep, we should probably back off now. They're all probably up. But I'd say that was a job well done, guys. So I hope I'm giving a good presentation what you should do on Ekko. I mean, pretty much my team is carrying me, which isn't the greatest. But, you know, hopefully you guys are learning something or other, right? Am I right? So, I mean, there's a few things you can use Ekko's ult for. Like, if you recall and use your ult right away, it'll take you back to where you are. So, if you have home guards, it'll give you a lot of health really quickly, which is very good in the end, because a quick back to lane, a quick back and getting back to lane is just pretty amazing, and it's just going to make your job a lot easier. So yeah, this should be an easy time. I mean, Sejuani's here, and he's going the other way because of course they can see it, as I have said. Okay, so they're definitely coming at us from behind, but I have no idea if the Quinn's gonna come in on us now. Okay, so I'm probably dead here. Sadly, I mean, if I don't burst down the enemy team pretty fast, I'm pretty much useless for the duration. But, you know, other than that, it's just pretty overall good. And I didn't have anywhere to go. My ult is actually an escape. And they're dead. That's good. So it seems like my death for one of them. Of course, the Quinn is probably one of the strongest on their team at the moment. So taking her down would be worth a few little teeny amount of deaths, right? No? Though, I mean, I guess, did they get a bounty off of me? Yep, they did get a bounty, so that's not completely great, especially since the Queen died after me, so she didn't have a bounty herself. Come on, team. Let's do it. Okay, he's gonna flash and get stunned. Little quick sad point there, but, you know, it happens to the best of us, and I did get Luden's Ekko, so my damage output should be pretty much better, because it will be able to spread out my damage. And I don't know, does it give on-hit effects? I have no idea. If it does, it just becomes incredible, but it does not seem like it does, so not as super incredible as it could be, but, you know, I mean, if it had on-hit effects, yeah, not going to be able to do too much there. I wasted quite a bit of my abilities. I mean, my mana is much higher now, but in general, it could have been much easier, because now I have to wait for these pretty long cooldowns, but my pink is still up, guys. So this is a pretty good idea pretty good place to put your pink. So that was his clone, but you know, at least we insta-killed it. So now he doesn't have his ultimate anymore. Okay, if we can get over this huge wall. Okay, so Aurelia's coming from behind, but like I said, stunned. So I just jumped over here. Quinn's behind me, so I should be a bit relatively careful, but overall I don't think I'm in a big amount of danger. Okay, they used a sight, so they should be able to see where I am for a bit, so that does leave me a bit worried, but overall, like I said, I have two tanks here, Garen and Quinn, who are just pretty strong at this point, so I shouldn't have too much to worry about. Alistar's coming a bit from behind, so if they do try to take her out there and jump on the Sejuani, we should be overall fine, but it seems like for the most part they're running. So let's see if we can take these guys out. Yep, and I got the Quinn pretty easily. Like, I am pretty good as a boss champion as Ekko. That's why he's considered an assassin. He just takes enemies out relatively quickly. We're stuck in here. We don't want to be stunned. Gonna go ahead and hit that. Ashe got a kill, so that's good for her. Gonna just take that with my E. Allows me to jump and do my next auto attack, which does bonus magic damage, which is amazing in my opinion. So she's pretty much a good champion who she's hard to kind of get away from, so he's good for jumping into battle at a moment's notice. They do have still Shaco up, so I'm gonna back off just a bit. Don't want to die instantly. And as long as Quinn or anyone doesn't try to completely chase me down, I should be 125% fine. And the cool thing here is, if you look at my clone, I mean, if Shaco did go on the Ashe, for the most part, she was kind of lined up with my clone, so I could quickly jump back in, I'd get the heal, but, I mean, I would need more mana for that. So I'm just giving you guys a few examples of what you can do. Now I'm going to go for the Rabadon's Death Cap, because simply it will just boost my AP even more, and right now I have 300, and I would get 30% of it, which I think is 10. Yeah, that would be 10%. So I'd get... I mean, it's not a lot extra, but I mean, in total, like, from here, 10% of that, it's just free. It's pretty much free. And then I'd get even more with the Rabadon's Death Cap, so it would increase it by even more. So it seems like they are really good at slaying dragon. Okay, and I'm pretty much taking them all down, which is nice. Yeah. So, overall, our team is pretty dang strong. So, I mean, if we can get our E off again, we should be able to catch up. But sadly, you know, there's a big stun here, which apparently I just kind of walked through. I guess that's because it was probably at the end of its duration. So overall, Ekko, you just gotta build straight AP and boss down any opponents who can kind of take you out. So if you can take out the strong opponents first, though, as typically I'm really bad at assassins and just going in full combo, so I like to kind of build Ekko with a real big burst of damage. I've held my Q for, so I can just throw my Q at them and hopefully deal enough damage that my team can go in. And if I have to go in and sacrifice my life, because I'm probably not going to be able to get out too easily, because I'm really bad at combos and assassins, which is one of the reasons why I wasn't too great at Zed. Well, like, if you give me a combo-oriented mid-champ, I'm really bad at that. I'm better at someone who doesn't rely on their abilities as much to kind of, like, survive. As in, like, if I don't burst down my opponent in, like, 3 seconds, I'm probably gonna die, and that's not my favorite thing. So I either like being a bruiser, a tank, or someone who I can just attack from far away and throw in your attacks. Which is what I've kind of built Ekko being around. So let's see. I might want to get... Next would probably be the Void Staff, because I do have a lot of AP, so getting some more magic penetration would be pretty nice. Simply because it just means my attacks, if they build any magic resist, which they don't seem to be building too much magic resist actually, so it's not super necessary, but you know, whatever little magic resist they have will be broken now. So I mean, it's not totally completely worthless, because you do have your innate magic resistance no matter what you do. And I'm going to go mid lane, protect our mid turret. And, I mean, I'm not too afraid that I need to help my team. So yeah, I should be able to do a lot of damage, burst damage there. But there's not a lot I could do to kind of stop them from taking that turret unless I got in close, and they were taking down the turret way too fast for me to kind of consider that a super amazing idea without saying, oh, I'm probably going to be bursted in one combo and die instantaneously. So take a few people out. And I don't know, what happened to Ekko? Did he die or did he somehow get out? I guess he did somehow get out, but you know, it's not too big of a deal. Because now he kind of has to recall somewhere, and we should be able to take this turret and even the inhibitor. And there's Quinn. So yeah, I like doing this kind of damage from afar, and I do quite a bit of it. So let's see. Ekko here. Let's take him out. Probably didn't have to use my ignite there, but I did it kind of panicky. Because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm gonna die. Lol. So Aurelia and Vigo are back up. So I'm gonna want to stay back because that stun is just deadly. Okay, that's good. And they surrendered, so I didn't die. So GG, well played. So you see what I did? I saw that he was on top of my clone, so I ulted, so I went back to him. It does actually a lot of damage, and it takes you back. So remember what I said with Ekko? I mean, I didn't really build him too much, and I didn't really play him too much as a super, like, assassin, because if you guys even saw that, I was probably going to die to the Aurelia once she caught up to me. And because my abilities are on a pretty high cooldown. So one thing I would recommend is probably building more cooldown reduction, building more mana early. Flask is a really good item on him, though I kind of prefer early damage. And if you're really early aggressive, I'd kind of recommend going for the Doran's Ring, because it's fun to destroy your enemies with Qs, right? And since it does 2 stacks, all you have to do is auto attack. So once you get your QE, you're pretty much going to be golden on that. You're going to be able to take them down really easily and do a lot of burst damage. But you got to almost have like some tinky teammates who can kind of keep the enemies off you, someone who can bodyguard you, or else you're going to die really fast. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if so, remember to like and subscribe and vote on the next video's straw poll. And next video is going to be featuring top champions. So you guys, I'm going to put down some top champions. The link's going to be in the description below for the straw poll. Hopefully you guys vote, and I'll see you guys next time on the League of Legends.